Good morning, guys. It's market day, and I'm here a half hour early because I had the GPS on avoid freeway, so I was scared. I did the map quest thingy, and lo and behold, it was like it's gonna take an hour and 25 minutes, but I had it wrong, so there you go. Time to get in there. Bye. So I'm early, but they're gonna allow me to start unloading now. I'm like 30 minutes early, so I'm gonna get going. Vicky will be here soon. This is before, guys. I'm about to get started. So y'all, this is the show I did a couple of years ago. And there was another crocheter here. She uses all acrylics. And her mother just kept coming back to my booth, pawing over my things, trying to check my prices. I know that's what she's doing. They're here again, and she's done the exact same thing. Whatever. So I went and I checked out her stuff. All acrylic, very beautiful, very well done, and very high price as it should be because it's a lot of work. But let's see how this goes.
But I had a lot of people who started purchase. Oh yeah, she has lovely pieces. I saw her stuff.
But it was nice to see you again. Today.
I know.
Hey guys, it is 10:20 a.m. and I have sold, I've had 8 transactions and I think it's like 13 or 14 items. So 10:20, we've been open since 9 a.m. so we're doing really good. Check back in soon. Good morning, guys. It's Monday, the 18th of November, 2 days after the last market of the market season for me. I really had only anticipated doing this one, but I ended up doing 2 smaller ones leading up to the one that I just did, which was a holiday market at a church, and it's the same one we did 2 years ago when I did my very first market. Again, I did it with Vicky from Gotcha Hooked. Hey Vicky. She definitely made it easy for me to do, and the first time and this time, and it was a lot of fun to vend with Vicky. So I'm here at work, I'm in the parking lot, I'm early enough to where I can stop for a minute and tell you guys about this market. You know, if people walk past, I'm just gonna ignore them. So the life of a YouTube content creator. Anyway, so you saw a little bit of footage. I really did not do a lot of vlogging during it. I tried to update while it was going on, but eventually I just ended up not doing that. So here we go. I did have the wherewithal to write down the things that I sold, and so I got a full page, and then I turned the page and got up to here. So I know you can't really see that. So I'm gonna just go through and let you know how it went, what I sold, and yeah, we'll go from there. So, and then there's gonna be a story time about this market because so many different things happened at this market that I'll come back with another clip to do a crochet and chat and tell you some of the wild things that happened. But anyway, the very first sale of the day was one of the crocodiles that I made. I'll have all the patterns. I'll try to link the patterns below of everything that is on this list. But the first sale of the day was a Bronto. Second sale of the sale of the day was the crocodile. Second sale was a Bronto. It's a blue one out of Sweet Snuggles Light. one of those free patterns on Instagram, and I found out about that one from Ella from No Catchy Name, who actually had a market, hey Ella, on the same day as I did. And then I sold one of my dogs, and I think the dog pattern is by AQ Crochet, but again, I will link it down below. The fourth sale of the day was this couple that, they were just, looking at my things, and they were over the table for a long time, and I just said, hey, if there are any questions, just let me know. And she turned around and she said, okay, so we're going to buy 5 things. They were buying something for each of their nieces and nephews. And so in that sale, I sold the Strawberry Turtle, an Octo, a Floof Cat, and one of the All From Jade squids. I had 2 different types of squids. I had a total of 4 of them. I had 2 from All From Jade, and then I had 2 from, I think, Plushie Co. So let me keep going. Then they bought a bee. So they bought a Strawberry Turtle, a Octo, a Floof Cat, a Squid, and the Sitting Bee. Okay, so that was the 4th sale of the day. 5th sale of the day, the little space bun fairy doll that I made. Then someone came through and bought a loaf cat and a chicken. That was cool. Then the 7th sale of the day was a baby dragon, the regular wing, not the flower wing. Then someone bought the pink axolotl that's made out of that snow cone yarn, and Premier Basic Chenille. Then another bee went after that, and then finally a mystery bag. I did figure out that I could do mystery bags without putting my snakes in the mystery bags, and I ended up coming up with 5 mystery bags. Most of them had 4 items. Most of them had 2 items each, and one of them had 3 because I thought they were fairly small, so I put 3 in. Then the sweet potato turtle that I made last year sold. One of the Leggy Froggy keychains sold next. Then another mystery bag. Then one more axolotl. Which one did they buy? I think they bought the Poggy's Place, the small Poggy's Place axolotl. And then after that, a lady came up and bought 3 chicken nugget keychains. And then finally somebody bought one of my emotional support pickles in a jar. Then someone came back and bought one of the pigs from the Making Bacon pattern. And then the last of the little fairy dolls sold. So I started out with 3 of those. One of them didn't even make it to the market. My friend at work bought it from me a couple weeks ago. So now I'm completely out of those. I have to make more because people were very interested in those. And then the next transaction was a Plushie Co. squid, a turtle, and a chicken. And those, what I was doing by then, it was getting close to the end of the day, and I still had like 3 lines left on my paper, and I was like, I want to fill up a paper like everybody else. I want to fill up a whole sheet, and sure enough, they came and they took up those 3 lines. Then there was a chicken that went to one person, then the final Plushie Co. squid went, and then another chicken. And then someone came back and bought a bear, a bee, and a mermaid. And she bought a chicken. And then finally, someone bought a snake. And the snake, there's a story behind that snake. We'll share all of that. So I had a total of 25 transactions. But we sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So we sold a total of 36 items, which was fantastic. I mean, when you think about all the things that I had, And you look at over the 3 shows that I did from October till now, I basically sold 76 of my items are gone. So that's fantastic. So I have plans. I still have a lot of stuff left, but literally, I wish I could show you my cart. You could probably kind of tell, but my car's back to normal. I promised myself as soon as this thing was over that the very next day, that Sunday, which was yesterday, I was going to take all of my craft show stuff back to the storage so my car could go back to normal and not drag that out. And I'm very proud to say that I did that. I was beat, guys. I wanted to just sit on the couch all day yesterday. But I did go to church, and I did I took my stuff back to the storage, so I'm actually free. And the hand pain, I haven't crocheted since Friday, so this is so much better than it was, and I'm very excited about that. Tomorrow, I am going to go ahead and get an injection in my knee to try to help it along and keep progressing with physical therapy. But anyway, that's it for now. There will be a story time because there are stories to tell about this market, Joel. And anyway, I just wanted to give you that update. I'll see you in the next clip. Bye. Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday, November 19th. And guys, man, we're going down the hill on November, heading straight to December. And last night I finished putting the round on here. I had done just one more round of single crochet, and then just one more round of the granny stitch, and then I finally went ahead and finished up with a round of single crochet. I was gonna do more, but I said, you know what, I need to get this thing finished. Y'all see Bella next to me on the couch. She's chewing a bone. It's very early in the morning, and it is time really to get ready for work. But I thought I would come on here, weave in some ends, and tell you at least one story about what happened at the market, guys. It was a trip. So, let me think of which story I should tell real quick that can be done quickly. So it was heartwarming. We had a wonderful time, met a lot of really great people, and some of them, hold on one second. Some of them we met them 2 years ago. So as I mentioned, this is the market that I did 2 years ago for the first time. And it was actually my very first market. Hold on. It was my very first market. And so I guess it'll always be kind of a special one for me since, it was my first market. And, I had high hopes because I really did great at the first time I did it, which was fantastic. But anyway, I don't know if you guys remember. This story's gonna take forever, so let me try to hurry it up because I still got to do hair and makeup and get out of here on time. So, and we got to do Bella's routine. Anyway, let me go quick. 2 years ago, I think I shared with you guys, if you remember and if you've been following me for this long, you know that there was another crocheter making amigurumi at the fair the first time that I went 2 years ago. And I told a story about how her mother kept coming over to my booth, and she was just, pawing over my things, really, checking them out, really checking my prices, probably checking the quality of my work, and all of that. The difference between me and this girl, though, was that she is truly making amigurumi. She's using acrylic yarns, maybe some wool, but it mostly looks acrylic. And I, even then, was using only plush yarns. I had like a few of my leftover amigurumi that I had had been previously made. So at that market, I did have some of my acrylic ones, just a few. And but mostly everything I had then was plush. Well, her mom actually really was a whole lot to deal with that whole time. And so I will never forget her because of how she was. She kept, coming over to see how I was doing, checking my prices, that kind of thing. Okay, so fast forward to this year, and Vicky and I are setting up, and the exact same lady, I look up and there she is, the mother of the girl. Now, my heart is like generous. I'm like, I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to get myself in a tizzy about another crocheter being here. We really are not in competition with each other. We've done, it's enough for everybody is what I kept saying. It's enough for all of us, And really by her using acrylics, which at that point I didn't know if she was still going to be using acrylics, but just like the nature of what we do is very different. And so anyway, guys, the lady was there, and I think I already started this story to a degree, but the crazy thing is that the mom stayed in our booth quite a long time. She kept leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back, and she kept saying, "Oh, you guys are going to be competing with each other." Once again, she was like, "You and my daughter, you're going to be competing with each other." And I was like, "I don't think so," but I didn't say that because I was like, we're just doing two different things, really. Even though we both make an amigurumi, it's just different if you're using the plush yarns versus the acrylic. Price point is going to be different because the things that I made, some of the choices, I enjoyed all the patterns that I worked up, and I worked them up as many as I wanted to. I didn't try to make like 1,000 of one thing, but as long as I was enjoying it, I kept making. And so that's how that went. But everything that I did bring was, I was able to price it at a point, put it at a point where people could afford it. So we're going to be different because she's doing acrylic. She's doing a lot of patterns where you have to sew things together. Her work was absolutely beautiful, but when you do all of that, you don't want to give it away. So her prices were appropriate for her work, as far as I'm concerned. So we weren't competing on that level at all. But the crazy thing, guys, is that the woman literally came into my booth and tried to redirect my customers to her daughters. And she was being kind of kikiing about it, like, ha, 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 blah, blah, blah. But she was seriously trying to take my customers, y'all. And so at a point, I was like, kikiing along with her, but I said, "Ma'am, I'm going to have to throw you out of my booth if you keep that up." And she was like, ha, 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 wah, wah, wah. And she, kind of stopped doing what she was doing. So at that point, a little boy was looking at some things in my booth that he liked. And she walked up to him and she said, "Oh, so did you see the other crocheter? And what, you like this stuff better?" Guys, unbelievable stuff, man. The things that people are willing to do. And that's when I told her, I'm going to have to kick you out of my booth. And, she stopped and she, walked on, but it was not the last time she would do something like that day. She continued to leave and come back. And in the end, guys, I just was, generous in my heart and just tried to not, once somebody told me I should report her because she did other things. She literally stood in front of my customer and tried to physically block their way from getting into my booth. And at that point I said, "Okay, you are actually kicked out of my booth. You got to get out." I said, "That's not the way you do business." And she left. But that would not be her last time in my booth. She came back. Here's the weird and funny thing about it. When I told you in the earlier clip that that the first thing that sold in my booth was one of the crocodiles, it was her. She bought the first item from me, and then she went on to later in the day to buy a mystery bag from me. She bought a mystery bag from Vicky. She just kept whipping out that credit card out of her pocket. She just had her credit card in her pocket. She kept whipping it out and buying things. And honestly, in the end, I was just like, the Lord has blessed me. I had a good day. I'm just not going to be upset about this, but I mean, the audacity. It's just crazy, the things that we have to put up with sometimes. And, I wasn't going to make a big deal out of it. I just didn't want to taint the experience. And I felt like she was harmless. I don't think she hurt my business at all that day. And I think that, her daughter and I were not really in competition. And there were just I saw people walking around with her daughter's things and people walking around with mine, so it was fine, but she was like a whole trip. And, so she bought she bought the first item from me before the show even really started. And at a certain point, she brought her husband over and to show him the kind of yarn that I was using. And he looked at it and he said, I wish, I don't know the girl's name. Say her name was Donna. I wish Donna would use that kind of yarn. She's like, well, she doesn't like it. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. A lot of people don't like working with the plush yarns. They feel like it hurts their hands, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, guys, that's the story. That same woman came back again, running her hands all over my stuff, blocking my customers. She was in my bags at a certain point, guys. She was in my bags. And I literally just at a certain point had to get my body between her and my things to just kind of redirect her and not be rude. So even though she was being rude, I didn't want to answer rudeness with rudeness. And I wanted to be gracious. And I just wanted to trust that everything was going to be okay. And it was. In the end, it was fine. But guys, can you believe that? Like, oh my God, there's so much more to this story, but I will leave it here. Unbelievable stuff at these craft shows. I have a couple more stories to tell you about, the things that happen at craft shows. Anyway, for now, that's going to be it. That's going to be all. I'll see you in the next clip. Bye.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I'm on my way home from PT, and I thought before I had enough time to stop at the Dollar Tree, and so I did, and I'll show you what I got. So I went in. I don't even know why I went there, just because I had some time to kill, and I always check the craft aisle. They still had the jars, but I didn't buy any more because I still got a ton. But I decided, because when you walk in, it's just an explosion of Christmas everything in there now. And I know eventually it's all going to get depleted. So I bought a few things. I'll show you my haul. I just grabbed a couple of these bags, $1.25 each. You really can't beat it. You know how much these things cost in Target. So I got this one that says Joy. And I'm just going to get a few every time I go. That's the plan. Got all mixed up. I got this one with snowman. And then I got this one, because you got all these Secret Santas and gift swaps and things coming up. So I got that one that says Merry Christmas. And then I just got a little pack of the tissue paper. So that way at least I got a little something. Now what I did find that was interesting in the craft aisle is a glue gun pad. It's a silicone pad so that when you stand your glue gun on it or lay it on it, the glue will drip but it will not stick. So I got that. I thought that was genius. Then with Thanksgiving in mind, I got some of these aluminum foil sheets. I got 2 aluminum pans, and I know they will be needed. It's that time of year. And then of course I always get cutlery. I don't know what happens to the forks and knives at my house, but if that's the same with you guys, did you all figure out where the forks and knives go? I think people throw them away. And then, of course, I had to look in the book section. I got this little bag of hard candy. And I looked in the book section and found some more books. I need to stop. But these 3 are all hardbacks. This one is Please Send Help, a novel by Gabby Dunn and Allison Raskin. These are 2 New York Times best-selling authors. And it's a fast-moving celebration of a friendship transformed by distance, change, and burgeoning maturity, but still stubbornly strong. And Please Send Help, the hilarious new novel from the New York Times best-selling authors of I Hate Everyone But You, Allison Raskin and Gabby Dunn, perfectly capture the voice of young adults looking to find their place in the world, proving no matter how desperate things seem, your best friend is always there to reboot your life and send help. That one. Then I got this one called In Another Life, a novel by C.C. Hunter, who is also a New York Times best-selling author. From the New York Times best-selling author of the Shadow Falls series, C.C. Hunter's new YA thriller about a girl who discovers her face on a missing child poster. Was she kidnapped as a child? Were her adoptive parents behind it? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I read, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that one. Can you imagine you see a missing poster and it's your face? That's crazy. This one I'm super excited about because I have heard so much about this author from booktubers all over, book talkers, and this is a book called The True Love Experiment, and it is by Christina and Lauren. They they are a team, and so yeah, I cannot, well, I don't know what it's about, but I saw Christina Lauren and I was like, I'm going to get that because I hear people talking about the author all the time, not necessarily the book. And if you see that sticker right there, that's a Target sticker. So this book was at the Target. Look, they have a book out this year, but this one was published in 2023, and here it is at the Dollar Tree. All 3 of these for $1.25. Anyway, I just wanted to share y'all that I'm going to pick up Jordan's food Tuesday. I always buy him food. So let me go. See you. Chick-fil-A again. Bye. Good morning, guys. I am working on my BTS project for the month of November. So I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to say it. I am still going to make that cloud pillow. However, I made a purple loaf cat that did not sell. So that is going to count for my October purple project. So I'm going to take that out of the for sale bin and put it over into all of my things I'm saving up. So really, if I do that, then I'm pretty much caught up and I just need to do my November project. Today is November 20th, which means I have 10 days to finish up my BTS project for the month and then be caught up. And what that actually means, numbers wise, is that the boys will all be discharged in 7 months. So if you are BTS Army, if you are BTS fan, when they went into the military, it felt like, oh my God, it's going to take forever. However, the 2 that went first, they're already out. And so the last 4 will, by the end of June next year, they will be out. So anyway, this is my project, my waiting for their return project, making a purple amigurumi every month and saving it so that at the end I'll have 18 purple projects to show, and so these don't get sold. Purple, I think I've explained it before, but that is Army's theme color. So the fan club's color is purple, and therefore that's why I chose purple as a color. So different shades of purple. And so I went to the storage. You guys, I've been back and forth to the storage so much since October because I had the shows that I did. And I don't know if I shared also, but the what I'm doing with the money, like especially the money that came through card and Venmo and Zelle, all of that is being put in a fund, a separate fund, saving up for my trip to Korea, which I am treating myself to in 2026. I have a landmark birthday at the end of 2025, and so my birthday present to myself will be a trip to Korea. And I'm happy to say that my fund is growing. I'm very excited about the fact that my fund is growing. The cash, I just spend that. I treat myself to something for job well done. But anything that's digital, because I have to say, most people here are using card, Venmo. Most people want to use Venmo. So my goal before I do another show is to definitely have my Venmo set up. Usually I just give it to Steve. I give Steve's Venmo for people who want a Venmo. However, if I do my own and I can print out a QR code, they can scan it. It'll be a lot easier. So I will be ready for that the next time I do a market, which probably, unless something comes up, I probably won't do anything. I know I'm not doing anything for the rest of the year. If somebody's interested in something that I have, certainly reach out. I will sell it. I will mail it. However, I'm not going to sign up for another show. I feel so free and relaxed, and I put everything away, and that's what I'm going to keep it at. I'm not going to set myself up to be stressed out, because I know I probably shared here already that the plan for the holidays, because of Miss Bella, who you hear squeaking a toy, is for my family to come here. And so I've got to focus on that. They're not coming to my place. We are, because it's just not possible. I don't have any room for me. I barely got room for me, Steve, Jordan, and Bella, let alone having everybody come here. So we're Airbnb-ing a home. And so, but we got to bring everything, right? We got to cook. So I'm going to start purchasing all this dry goods, and my sister told me to this is let me confess, I usually feel like sometimes I just feel like I'm the oldest, but I'm not. I'm the youngest, and I don't know why I feel like that sometimes, but sometimes I forget that I'm not the oldest. But in times like when they're taking care of me, and they always do, that's when I am the baby. I am the youngest, and I guess it's because I am not the youngest in the rest of my life. And so I just think I'm the oldest, but I'm not. And so my mother and my sister consistently, make decisions that are going to make life easy for me. And I just appreciate that a lot. I don't know why I'm about to get emotional, but my sister told me to not worry about shopping for food until they got here. They're not gonna get here, you all, until the 23rd. And so we'll be them jokers at the grocery store on Christmas Eve, buying whatever we can find. I'll do my best. I just don't have a big fridge, so I can't stockpile things. But anyway, I will though start to buy anything that is non-perishable, anything that I can buy, whether it's seasonings, whether it's sugar, flour, all that kind of stuff that doesn't have to be refrigerated and can just be piled somewhere. I will do that so that those things don't have to be bought. But the rest of it will be done on the day of, or Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve. That's just how it's gonna go. Anyway, I might get a Costco membership just for that, come to think of it. Anyway. So I was so now I'm free. I don't want to clog myself up with another show. I want to concentrate. I'll be tempted, believe me, I will be tempted. I got some emails about some opportunities, but I said no. I mean, one of them is at the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and the other one is like the 21st of December. There's no way I'm doing a show. If I did a show, I'd rather not do shows in December anyway, because I think I did one and it was pressure. But if I do a show in December, it would have to be like the beginning. But I'm not gonna do anything. I am. Surely I put everything away, and I'm not going back to that storage to get nothing. Unless I go back there to put something in it. That's it. Anyway, I was in the storage getting ready, and I found this purple, this lavender color. I don't know if you could tell that this is, I've been talking too much. I ain't gonna even crochet much because now I gotta get off. I don't know if you could tell that this is, it's got a lavender thread through it. This is ice yarns, and it was a bulky weight 5, but you know how it goes. Like, it's when you pull it, it's quite much thinner when you're not, and when you crochet and you're pulling it. But anyway, it's a bulky weight number 5. And so I decided to go for my favorite little gnome pattern, the Christmas Spirit Gnome. And I am going to do it in this color. I think I have 3 or 4 of these. When you buy ice yarns, you never get one of anything in general, unless you get like a giant one. You could at least get 2 of everything. But when you buy ice yarns, I think this one came in 3-pack. And when I bought this, I was going to do a wearable. I think I bought these to make kimberrays, and I still might, because I think I have some more colors of this. But this was just in a bag with some plushies, so I grabbed the 3 of this and brought it home. And so I'm working on the body of the gnome. And I don't think you can see that sparkly thread. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's a purple. Yeah, there you go. So I am working on that. And let's see if I can get a quick story in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. So I am going to single crochet 6 and decrease all the way through. Okay. So I can hopefully remember that. So guys, I'm gonna continue with this saga about the woman who, and let me make it clear. This lady is retirement age, so her daughter, that I keep calling a girl, is actually a grown woman. And it was kind of like, at a certain point, I started to feel like it's just maybe not a happy life, 100%, because the lady was complaining about her daughter. Apparently, she's got a degree, but she lives at home, and she's not doing anything other than the crochet stuff. So she doesn't have a job. And how do I know all this? Because her mother told us. And we tried to kind of encourage her. But, at a certain point, I think we might have become friends, even though it was crazy, y'all. I don't know. I know if I do that show again, they will be there. So I got to keep it light. I can't be getting mad about stuff like that. And, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anyway. What was I going to tell y'all about her? So she had left for a long time after that last time I kicked her out the booth. When I truly kicked her out the booth. 2, 3. I don't know why I'm doing this on a decrease around 4. 5 and 6. Okay, so anyway, she had actually left for a while, and then she came back. And she came back, and she was like, she had her cane, and this is when she eventually bought the mystery bags from us. And she was like, we gave her the packaging, and we gave her the packages, and I gave her a business card, and I was, kind of, self-deprecating, laughing at myself, because I had actually thought I didn't have business cards the whole time. I was like, I don't have my business cards, blah, blah, blah. And then, right, like at a certain point, I found them in my box. And Vicky was like, I saw them. I just maybe thought that wasn't it because you said you didn't have them. So when the lady asked me if I had a card, I said, sure. And then I jokingly said, yeah, I'm so unprofessional. I totally forgot I had my business cards, and I just put them out. So then she says, you are unprofessional. I was like, okay, well, I made myself an easy shot, I guess. And she said, yeah, you are unprofessional. And I said, okay. And then she said, you're unprofessional because you kick people out of your booth. Like, I only kicked you out because you were acting up and I could not have it. So, I know it's a risk, but we kept it light. And honestly, I don't know. I mean, she had fallen while she was there because she was walking around without the cane that she needs. She was shaking, her hands were shaking, and I don't know if that's a condition or if she needed to eat. I don't know. But we were just like, where's your cane? Like, there was times when she came back after she told us that she fell. She came back and she still didn't have her cane. So I think this, we just tried to take care of her in the end. And in the end, after all that, she loved this one frog that I had so much that I just gave it to her. I just gave it to her. I said, here you go. Have a good one. See you in the next 2 years. Anyway, that's the last story I think I'm going to tell about her, but I do have more stories. It'll be in another video because this video is going to be super long. Anyway, guys, I didn't get anything done. I'll talk back soon. I got to go to work. Bye. Alright guys, I'm just going to end out this video working on my BTS gnome. I tried to work on it with y'all earlier, but I got more work done during my breaks at work, and so I just continued that throughout the day. As you can see here, throughout my different breaks, I crocheted, and I stopped though because it's time to stuff, so I stopped. Anyway, I wanted to end this out by saying that I sold a total of about $500 worth of product. That's not fully profit because I'm not subtracting anything from that. That's just when I counted the money, that's how much I had. And I'm going to leave it at that, y'all. I had to pay a booth fee. It wasn't very much. I had some square fees, wasn't very much. So it's probably over $450 of what I would call profit, maybe. But if I start subtracting my materials and stuff, it probably ain't that much profit. Anyway, it was fun. Y'all know I'm not doing this to pay my bills. I'm doing this to get rid of this stuff and save up for my trip. And guys, I'm getting so close to having $1,000 in the bank. I'm so excited. It actually motivates me to keep on doing these things because I really, really want to save for this. And even at this age, I probably have never really saved for anything like I'm saving for this. Anyway, guys, I know you hear Bella in the background. I just wanted to close it out. Please comment down below what you think of my stories. I have more, but I will continue them in other story times in the next video. I appreciate you being here. Please leave comments down below. I love the comments. Whatever you want to say, questions you want to ask about the craft fair, or, the choosing my projects or whatever around our craft. Hope you guys are having a great season. If you're doing fairs, if you're going to craft shows, I hope you guys are having a productive time. I know a lot of the people that I've checked in with are doing really good, and I just think it's going to get better as we get closer to Christmas. But I, for one, am done, and I'm happy to be done. I just feel relieved that I don't have to have all that stuff in my car, and I got plans for the things I have left over. I still don't plan to bring them into 2025, so let's see how this goes. Anyway, guys, I'm like making a phone call, waiting on hold, and crocheting during my break. They finally do answer me at the end, and I get done what I got to get done. And yeah, it was a good day. Anyway, See you guys in the next video. Until we meet again, keep it crafty. Bye.